Hello you guys, it's Shaina Marie again. Welcome to my channel, or welcome back. Today we're going to be doing a series of stretches to stretch out our legs and our hips. This should be quick and simple for you and something that you can incorporate into your daily routine. I like to be warmed up when I do these stretches, but if you're not warmed up, it may just feel a little bit tighter and take a little bit more time for you to settle in. Please grab a strap or something similar, even if you have a t-shirt or just like a long cloth towel-like thing, that works too. And then you may want to have some sort of blanket or block. If you are a particularly tight person, a blanket or block may be useful to you. But we're gonna get started right away on our backs. So let's relax onto our backs. Take your strap and then bring your left knee into your chest. Let's place that strap right around the ball of the foot, so underneath your big toe, that whole ball there, and then just press your leg up towards the ceiling. Grab the strap in your left hand and just try to wiggle it up as close as you can to your foot. Your knee may be super bent. If you're an extra tight person, don't worry about it. Just try to flex those toes and reach your heel up towards the ceiling. Don't push yourself to yank, because that's what can cause injuries. So I want you to flatten your hips towards the ground and then just stretch your leg up. If you can feel that nice hamstring stretch, if this feels good, stay right here. Don't push it any further. We like to massage ourselves into flexibility. If you can go further, just lightly pull your leg towards your face. Spreading your toes, keep reaching them towards your face. The more you reach your heel towards the ceiling, the more stretch you're gonna get here. Just take a couple breaths. Let yourself relax that whole leg. And then let's slowly extend the leg back up if you had pulled it towards you. Keep the strap in your left hand and slowly let that leg fall out to your left side. Place your right hand on your right hip to just remind it to stay on the ground. We don't want that hip to lift. And then just stop letting the leg fall out when your hip starts to lift. Spread your toes towards your face again and reach your heel, and take a couple breaths here. If you can go extra, just pull that leg a little bit closer to your face, opening up that whole inner thigh. And slowly pull it back through center, nice and slow. We don't want to go too fast here and injure something. Let's switch our strap into our right hand and slowly cross over our body, falling over towards your right. Your hip can pick up for this one. If you would like, just hover it off the floor. If you can, tap it all the way down. I like to hover and get a nice outer thigh stretch. Spread your toes again, reaching your heel. Again, if your knee is super bent, that's totally fine. You might just need to do these more. And slowly just start pulling that toe towards your face if you need a little extra here. No yanking, remember. And take a few breaths. Turn your chest up towards the ceiling. Try not to turn your whole body. And slowly pull it back through center. Let's bend the knee and release the strap. It's nice and slow, extending that leg out and switching sides. Bringing your right foot in, place that strap around the ball of your foot, and then just kick your heel up towards the ceiling. Spread your toes and reach the heel. Really, really nice. Maybe the knee stays bent. Maybe you elongate a little, keeping a little sweet bend to the knee. And if you need extra, slightly pull that foot towards your face. Not yanking, not over pulling, just a light tug. And slowly breathing that foot back through center. Let's let our foot fall off to our right side this time. Opening up that hip. Again, when your hip starts to come up, stop. Press it down and just stay there. If you need a little extra, slightly pull the leg towards your face, opening up that inner thigh a little bit more. Spread your toes, reach them towards you, digging the heel out to get a nice stretch. Take a couple breaths. And slowly pull it back through center, switching your bind on that strap to your left hand and slowly pulling that leg over to your left. Again, you can come up onto that left hip if you would like, but I want you to try to keep your shoulders down on the ground. Spread your toes, reach your heel. Maybe the leg pulls a little closer to your face. And slowly pull it back through center. Let's bend the knee, releasing the strap. And pull your knees into your chest. Just rock your way all the way up. We'll meet in a downward facing dog, a nice hamstring stretch. You can place your palms on the earth. Don't worry about your form here, but I want you to just come to the balls of your feet and take a nice bend to your knees. Push into the balls of your feet to lengthen your legs up so you're lifting your heels up, and then just nice and slow, bringing them back towards the earth. Maybe they tap to the ground. Let's do that a couple more times. Slowly pull those heels up, coming to the balls of the feet, and then softly dragging the heels back down. One more time. Slowly pick those feet up and relaxing them towards the earth. Maybe you cycle the legs a little bit as well. And let's walk our way all the way up to the top of our mat. And fold forward. Keep a soft bend to your knees and feel yourself folding right at your hip creases. Soften your neck down. If you're way up here, I want you to lurch your chest forward a little more, bend your knees, and then fold forward. Your neck should come last in the fold. Don't worry about how far you're getting. It's not a competition here. But let yourself be soft. And bring your peace fingers to your big toes. So what we want to avoid here is pushing our butt back. We want to pull the butt forward. And then the peace fingers to the big toes. If you cannot reach your big toes, you're going to bend those knees very, very far, okay? Slightly straighten your legs as much as you can. And then just lift your chest up halfway. And on your exhale, let your elbows come out to the sides. Again, lightly pulling on your toes to just fall forward. And inhale to lift again. Find length and tugging on those toes. Exhaling to just fold it forward. Let's go a couple more times like that. Inhale to lift up. We're massaging those hamstrings here. Exhaling to fold. Soften the knees. Do not lock the legs. One more time. Lift up. And then just fold it forward. Let those elbows come out. And slowly lift your chest halfway. Let's step our right foot far back on our mat. And lower your knee to the ground. Keep your fingertips down and then just walk that left leg forward. Start to straighten the leg and pull the hip back. Look at your right hip. It should be right above your knee. And all you're going to do is squeeze those inner thighs nice and tight. Pull your left hip back and then spread your toes, reaching them towards your face. Think long spine as you lift your heart up and look forward. So the more you pull back and lengthen forward, the more stretch you're going to get here. Take a couple breaths. Soften your hip. And slowly bend that knee. You can plant your hands and step back to a down dog for now. And then just lightly stepping that right leg forward. You can lower your back knee. Walk your right foot forward and take a nice lengthening to the leg. Again, bring that left hip over the knee and then just spread your toes, reaching them towards your face. Think long spine as you lurch your heart forward and just lengthen. Keep spreading those toes and energetically dragging that hip back. Take a couple breaths in those half splits. Keep squeezing the inner thighs. And slowly bend the leg, plant your hands and step back to a down dog. Inhale your left leg to the sky. On your exhale, step around your left hand. You can crawl your chest forward and then just lower your back knee to the earth. So you have a couple options here. You can place your right hand down and then just lightly push that left leg out, turning to the pinky edge of the foot. And then just open your chest to your left side. If you can go a little further, bring that left arm over the head and rotate it backwards. Take a bend to your back knee and reach back with the hand for a bind. Lightly tugging on that foot and then just opening your chest towards your left side. Keep pushing that right hand down, maybe sinking into it a little bit and taking a couple breaths. Lightly pulling the foot in. And slowly unwinding, coming back through center. And let's walk that right foot back to a little low lunge here. And then just take our chest back. Stomp your left foot down. You may need to put this knee on a blanket if you have sensitive knees. But we're gonna bend that back knee and then reach back with our right hand. Your chest should stay lifted, and then you can press that left hand into your left thigh to find a little balance. So pressing down with the left foot and then just lifting your chest up. Another variation of this is putting the foot on the wall, and the wall does your stretching for you. Keep stomping into that left leg and then just feel a nice stretch here. And let's slowly plant our hands and step back to a downward facing dog. Stepping that right foot around your right hand. Let's walk our chest forward to elongate our spine and then lower your back knee. Again, you have your options. You can rotate to the pinky edge of your right foot and then just lightly push that leg out. If you can go further, take a bend to that back knee, rotate your right fingertips back and grab a hold of the foot. Lightly drawing it towards you and then just lifting your chest up. Take a few breaths. And slowly unwind, turning the chest down. Let's bring ourselves back through center and then just stomp that right foot down, bending the back knee, reach back with your hands, maybe taking a bind with the foot. If you have that bind, lift your chest up. Keep pushing into your right leg. You're getting a nice quad stretch here. You can lean forward to add a little more hip flexor, but that might be hard on the knees. One more breath here. And slowly let go. Let's plant our hands and step back to a downward facing dog. Deep breath in, down dog, reach your left leg back. And step forward on your mat, nice and wide. Pivot both toes towards the right side of your mat. And then just lift your chest up for a moment. Find a middle ground between leaning forward and leaning back. And then just lift your hip creases up, soften your knees, and fold forward. If you have the space, walk your hands back. Maybe coming to chaturanga arms, maybe even coming to your forearms if you have that today. Take a couple breaths here, soften. And don't shoot your butt back. Let's bring it forward a little bit. If we want to add a little extra and give ourselves a little shoulder stretch too, we can clasp the hands behind the back and just let them fall forward. Always nice to add a surprise stretch. Take a couple more breaths here. We're almost finished. And slowly release your bind. Let's crawl our fingertips to the top of the mat. And then step back to a down dog. You can walk your way forward back to a seat. We're going to do a couple more stretches here. So for this one, you may need a blanket to sit on with your butt. We're going to bring our left leg in front of our right. So this may be where you are today, with just left leg in front of right, but this is a very beginner posture for this pose. If you can, place your left leg on, or your left foot on top of your right knee. That knee may be really far up, but that's okay. Just try to drag it down as much as possible. It's okay if it's elevated. And then you're just gonna fold forward. If that's too much for you and you need a little mid-ground between those two, you're just gonna come to a seat, cross your left ankle over your right, And then just walk your chest forward, spreading your toes and reaching your heel. Okay? I'm gonna go with ankle over right knee for a double pigeon. Just draw that knee down, take a breath in, and then just lightly relax over those legs. You might stay like here. If you can, just fold nicely forward. And soften your neck, soften your shoulders. If you feel yourself clenching your inner thigh, you may need to come out of it a little bit or find a relaxing breath. Couple more breaths here. This is a really intense stretch, but so good for that outer thigh. Let's slowly bring it back up. We're gonna switch legs. Again, you know your options. You can go right leg in front, sitting back, right leg up, or ankle over left knee. So your shins, you want them to be nice and parallel. They shouldn't be coming in towards you. Take a breath, whatever variation you're at. If you're in the folding forward, just lightly fold, head coming last. This leg may feel different from the other one. That's okay. Normally, our limbs aren't too balanced when it comes to flexibility, especially for those that don't stretch as frequently. And then just slowly pull yourself back up. Let's do one last couple of stretches here. You can keep your blanket underneath you if you need to. It should go right under those sit bones. We're gonna bring our legs out wide. So wide-legged forward fold. Scoop your flesh out from underneath your sit bones and then just lift your spine up tall. So we did this standing, but this is gonna be a little bit different, probably more intense. Just fold lightly forward. Soften your neck and let your head hang. You can crawl those fingertips forward and just take a few breaths here. Set your mind to focusing on relaxing those inner thighs. Let's slowly bring our chest back up. Let's do one last stretch today. Bring our feet forward. Scoop your flesh out from underneath your sit bones. Spine tall, take a breath. And then just fold lightly forward over your legs. You can relax your inner thighs and let your toes come out to the sides. You'll get a little more of the side of your hips through that, and then maybe even your calves. Relax your neck and just fold lightly forward. A blanket under the butt will help you to relax a little bit deeper into it. Sometimes it's too intense if you're someone who has really tight legs, tight hamstrings. And slowly walk yourself back up. You can come meet me in a seat. And that's it. Those are our stretches for today. Thanks so much for joining. Hopefully that stretched out your legs and your thighs a little bit today. Again, you can do these before your workouts, after your workouts. I prefer after my workouts because I'm a little bit warmed up and then my muscles just kind of work better with the stretching. But otherwise, hope you have a great day and I'll see you for the next video. Make sure to subscribe if you'd like to see more of this.